Hello, fellow cyclist. Did Decathlon really just put out there this innovation for bikepacking and no one is talking about it? What we have in this picture is what I believe the first suspension fork with integrated bottle cages mount. Indeed, I was walking down my local Decathlon shop the other day. I was looking at the bikes as I usually do, and I saw this bike. This used to be a Riverside bike, now they changed the name to Rock Rider, and I found this. It's the first suspension fork with integrated bottle cage mounts. I haven't seen this done in any other brand. The bike itself is one of those aluminums in the 600 price range bike. Um, it's meant to be a hybrid bike, so it has plenty of features, even for light touring and bikepacking. But this one really caught my eye. I haven't seen this done in any other bike brand. It makes a lot of sense. This is not uh, one of those aftermarket adapters. You wouldn't need any other system to put border cage mounts or anything cages to your suspension fork if you design this. I remember when bikepacking started a few years ago that I read a comment of someone mentioning that actually if bike brands wanted, they could really design a suspension fork with eyelets. Yes, this is the bike. I went to the UK Decathlon webpage because mine is in Spanish. I live here in Gran Canaria. So the bike is a hybrid bike. It's a rock rider, um, and for what I can tell, it's designed to be one of those mixed bikes. Actually, it's the very same principle as a gravel bike. Like take a little bit of pavement, a little bit of dirt, but done differently with a flat bar. I think this is the original. These hybrid bikes are probably one of the original gravel bikes. I don't know. That's what I believe. But Decathlon have been doing this for a long time. They usually put this on the Riverside brand, under the Riverside brand. They changed this one particularly for the Rock Rider. Riverside is the touring hybrid brand. They updated this bike maybe like a year or so. I've seen a few reviews, but no one really pay attention to the fork, like in details. So yes, this is a new feature. This is a new feature completely. For what I can tell, the fork is this is not through also. This is a quick release, but I think I read in the specs that they have like 5 millimeters Allen keys. Um, and let's see what are the specs of this fork suspension. Hey, here we have it. It's a Rock Rider suspension, which basically means it's from the Decathlon brand. It's lockable and adjustable fork with preload. Um, yes, so basically it's hydraulic but also spring and cartridge. 60 millimeter travel, so that's basically what gravel gravel bikes are using for suspension. And it says two bottle holders or bottle cage on the fork blade. Um, yes, I don't think it's specified anywhere what is the weight capacity of this. It does says bottle holder or bottle cage, so probably you could put anything cage in there, and but I don't know how much weight you could put in there. I already checked the web page and I haven't found any specific information about the weight capacity of that of that fork. I believe this is an innovation that some other brands could use in the future. For example, if we look at what is new in bikepacking, we have this bike. It's a Trek Checkout that came out a few months ago. I saw the review in bikepacking.com. It's a dedicated gravel bike for bikepacking with tailored rear rack, with rear suspension, and also with this fork. Is the RockShox Rudy XL. If I understood correctly, like SRAM work with Trek in developing this fork. And I believe this fork could have benefited from what Decathlon did. Maybe putting some mounts here for bikepacking, specifically if you were going to put it in this bike. Obviously, there are drawbacks for that. This bike has a 125 kilograms capacity, so if you gave people the ability to put extra weight in the fork, that could be an issue. but maybe not for the design, but it's something to keep an eye on because I think it adds a lot of value to the bikepacking bikes and bikepacking components. At the beginning, when people tried to mount things on the suspension fork, they originally went with the simpler options like using just water hoses, clamps, or electrical tape to a bottle cage. Um, those simple solutions you can find in many videos about how to do it. I think bikepacking.com has a video about it. And afterwards, I remember like brands slowly pick it up and created their own systems. I remember particularly this one, the Element Mountain, that uses a rubber axle, through axle, and it's very secure, obviously. But you all need like a through axle fork for that. I think Delphin developed a system also, and the Delphin one I think is very good because it can actually this one you have a review on Bikepacking, and that one allows you like for two mounts. Here we have it. Like you can mount two things on the suspension fork, and this has a few years of development. And I'm pretty sure I haven't used any of these systems. I'm pretty sure it's very solid. Um, and then we have knockoff from AliExpress. All of them you want. I don't know. I haven't tried any of these, but all of these solutions, I believe, they are not as elegant as this one from Decathlon. I think they are not. Probably the Delphin one is more versatile, and maybe the rubber axle project is more solid, but the Decathlon one is very elegant. Um, I think if you, as a bike brand, design or bike component design a fork with these, at least one fork specifically tailored for bike packing with 120 millimeter suspension travel and like air suspension, etc. If you as a bike brand design these, probably it will be like a hit on the bike packing world. Let me know if you think the same, if I'm not mistaken, and there is some other suspension for with this feature, but I believe this feature is completely new into the cycling world.